that office blowout.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls, children of all ages,
for the million
and a million,
listening all over the world,
by the website www.magic899.fm, by the Killer Bee radio stations all over the Philippines, and via Channel V.
born April 10, 1979. A Filipino film and television actor, model, singer, photographer, and TV host.
You have seen him in the movie Casalos.
Sakalolo.
No, That's
Sorry. Bobo.
Kutob. Ouija.
My kuya's wedding. Ikaw ang pag-ibig.
Isabel.
Ay, teka, ano mas ba?
Comics.
You have seen him on TV shows such as Why Speak, Cristala, Paragoy, Pinoy Fear Factor, George and Cecil.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on Boys Night Out, Mr. Ryan Agoncillo!
Hello, boys. I'm happy to be here. The show that I live vicariously through.
That's why we have the show, Ryan. Because
for guys
people like me who've been married for a year already.
That's right. Right. And for the rest of us guys who are in relationships, we take that sacrifice and opt out of being in a relationship just so
because
we can
have to do the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Just like
You guys are heroes.
Yeah. What is this? Everyone's just.
That's what she told Sam yesterday
my
night.
gosh.
You're my hero.
No,
you bastard.
This guy ends up Hercules.
Well, welcome to the program. Thanks for making time out. I know you're a busy guy. You right now you're doing Lady Dad.
Yeah, what are the shows you do right now?
Yeah.
Right now I'm on Eat Bulaga. And
Hey, I know that show. Isn't Shavaker?
we had this guy there, but he got too big for us and he decided to leave us for a while.
I heard his ATF, right?
You said that.
I think he's taking a break in the Bahamas somewhere, hanging out with Rihanna, so I'm not sure. And then there's also Talentadong Pinoy on TV5. And now there's this series, this 5-part series I'm doing for they call it 5-Star Drama Presents on TV5. It's the title's Lady Dada. I'm a dad who goes and plays a woman that plays a drag queen.
Wow, medyo heavy.
Matinding rota.
Yeah. Well,
Internalize mo dito, matindi.
medyo kailangan ng suspension of disbelief because I didn't put on prosthetics or anything. Not like it's something like Mrs. Doubtfire, and then it morphs into something like To Wong Fu with Love.
Wow.
Yeah. So I at one point, at many points in the show, I'm in 6-inch heels and wigs and false lashes.
Has it always been your fantasy to be in women's clothes? You could come straight out.
Yeah, I've been doing it since high school. Assumption uniforms, Saints Co uniforms, Woodrow's uniforms. I've worn them all.
You have, it's all in the lineup. You're like, which one you want tonight? We got it all here.
You've been in the industry for a very long time, right?
A very long time.
For about 11 years now.
It's rare that someone's career is always peaking and peaking. How did you start?
Yeah.
For those that who the hell's Ryan Agoncillo?
And what did you take up in college before this whole thing came about?
Okay, I started doing modeling stuff, commercial modeling mainly since I was 14. When all you had to do was smile.
VTR.
Ngayon kasi, pare, kailangan may abs na eh. Hindi ako makapaniwala. Dati ngiti ka lang, okay ka na. You sell an ice cream bar,
So
you're
nakuha
good.
mo yun the Philippine industry, the commercial industry with just a one smile.
Yeah, ngayon kailangan may abs ka na, may pecs ka na. So swerte ko na lang nung 94 di kailangan na.
So
94.
It was just all charm.
It was all braces.
All braces.
And what was your big break?
Well, I was doing commercials for 7 years till I did a soft drink ad for Sprite.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are young or old enough to.
Tony probably
to
was in
been-
his.
You know, I've been
college
doing
days.
VTRs for 7 years, and I have yet to get a commercial. Am I the only? Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, it took me about a year.
Okay.
2 years
To land
before.
your first ad, yeah.
So there, I got that ad, and then a few months later, there was an opening for a hosting job on GMA 7, which is
Okay.
a morning show. It's called Mornings at GMA. The slot was vacated by Paolo Bediones, who's my contemporary from modeling in 1994.
Wow.
For Pen Shop. We were in the same batch of Pen Shop models, and then when he was ready to leave his show, he recommended me for the slot. I tried out, did really bad. Good thing the ad came out about a month later, and that's when the producers decided to give me a shot.
Wow.
And then first contract was a week's contract, and then that's it. It just went on and on.
It was the news.
It was the news. I was doing the business news, the sports news, and the weather report.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why people think I'm nearly 40, because when I was 19,
You were doing the serious stuff.
I was doing the serious stuff, and they'd be thinking I'm in my late
Yeah,
20s.
see,
already.
you're misunderstood.
Man.
Yun.
I am also misunderstood.
You can relate.
Pare.
So there, I'm only just 31. I started when I was 19, going on 20 then.
No, the thing is
Wow.
with Ryan, I was actually in one of his classes in LaSalle.
We were classmates.
We,
yeah.
we were actually classmates,
Okay.
and man, you should see this guy. This guy, every girl always wanted. Hey, who's that? Is he your classmate?
There was actually one point they thought I was a professor, because
Yeah.
they'd see me in the morning news, and then I'd come in
Yeah, exactly.
and I'd still be wearing my tie.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm
So
like,
you played you could actually play two roles in the school.
Yeah.
Right? You can actually go up to the girl. Do you want to know the weather tonight or tomorrow?
See pro.
Would you like to know what the weather will be?
Kaya kala nila matanda na ako.
And then when did you start doing some of the movies, the TV?
I
shows?
only
acting,
started
acting
acting in 2005. Basically, I got exposed to so many different kinds of hosting already. By that time, I was in ABS-CBN already. I did news. I did the debate, Why Speak.
Why Speak? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then I did basically all the morning shows. Naikot ko na. Mornings at GMA. There was Alas 5. Magandang Umaga Pilipinas. There's breakfast on Suyo 23.
Oh, yeah.
So
Was it-
virtually all hosting
You were the
formats.
whore of the morning
You
show.
were like
Yeah.
a morning guy.
Yeah.
I am not a morning guy.
Wow. How
Yeah,
do you do
but
it?
I've been-
How did you get through years of being on all these different
Yun
morning
yung
shows?
masarap pag binata kasi baliktad yung oras. I would think about it na para New York time ako.
New York.
Gising buong araw, tulog ako. And then my day would start at about 7 in the evening. I'd have dinner, which is actually breakfast for me.
Right.
Then I'd go out, I'd go clubbing, and then I'd just go home, take a quick shower, and then go back to the studio. And I actually did the morning shows, wala pang tulog.
Wow.
And then when I come home,
You
that's the only
crash.
time I'd crash.
When you say
yeah.
clubbing, anong mga clubs at that time, back in the day?
Back in the day.
Wow, it sounded like he's really that old. Oh, exactly.
Ay, parang sinutbak mo talaga. Back in the day.
No, I mean, I had my fair share of going attacking the beer bongs and
The beer, okay.
siguro kaya mo college ako nun. That would be when Where Else was just becoming
Okay.
Euphoria was just becoming Where Else
Else.
again. And then there'd still be Cable Car. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
this.
cable car.
yeah,
Beer
yeah.
pong.
Alam nila yun.
Hindi, wala pang beer pong noon.
No,
Bilyar pa lang nun.
Was it beer just okay?
It was just the liter mugs that they had.
All right.
That was their beer pong.
Oh, the macho mug.
All
The
right.
macho mug, yeah, the big one.
Pag ano, hindi,
Pag nagtitipid ka, yun ang inumin mo.
Pag Makati boy ka, liter mug. Pero pag QC, macho mug.
Macho mug.
So at least there's a difference.
Oh, it's the same thing. They just call it different names depending on district.
Do you have the same manager over the years?
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, she's right there. She's outside. Siya yung I met her doing VTRs when I was 15.
Okay.
And she's still with me.
Until
I'm
now.
31, yeah.
And for those that are trying to get into the industry, Ryan, how important? But there's some talents na walang manager or they thinking they do it on their own. In the industry that you're in, how important is it to have one manager or a good
it's
manager?
very important because you only, when you have a good manager, you only deal with the essential stuff. Like you make sure you're okay to do the job. Think about the job at hand. You don't have to think about schedules, negotiations, and all the little stuff around that you have to do. Like
Contracts and stuff like that. Yeah.
So if you're with someone you trust, would take care of those things for you, you can just wake up and be solid on the job and not have to think, am I getting too little, or am I not getting enough?
Shortchanged, or
yeah. So you have to have somebody you trust and somebody that you would really just leave the nitty-gritty to.
Kaya pala tayo, wala eh.
Wala, zero.
Wala tayo.
We have no manager. I think that's where the problem starts.
Kaya pala, GC kami eh. 10 years na kami.
Okay lang. Ako 10 years fruit basket lang.
Ang bayad sa amin, GC pa rin.
GC lang.
Hindi na umano eh. Mandar eh.
Now some girls are asking because everyone knows that you are married.
Yeah.
But
What? You're married?
Yep.
Who
Somebody
was,
made a mistake actually of marrying me last year.
we'll actually get to that.
We'll get to that
we'll
in
get to
short
that in a bit. But who was Ryan before being married? Were you one of the boys? What would you do? Would you do the hang
Were you the
out?
babaero? Were you the boy next door? Were you the Mr.
homebody?
Mr. Lover Boy?
Or kind of like an entourage?
I was always one of the boys. I have a group. We're 8. We were actually a team. We've been racing motorcycles since 2001, and now I think we've raced everything from cars to 4x4s. I mean, within the team, not all of us at one time, but we've been racing motorcycles, mountain bikes, 4x4s. What else do you have? Motocross bikes, scooters, and now we're into drifting. So I'm one of the boys. In this group I have there's 8 of us, and it's pretty tight. So more of that. So whatever the group got into, I was in on it too.
So he's one of the boys talaga.
Yeah.
He likes to hang out with the boys. You need your time for the boy. How much time does Julian give you?
Oh, they're actually in my house right now, waiting for me to come. They got there first. We're having dinner at home tonight.
So the boys, they just come as a
That's a family.
That's
parang kapatid.
if there's any good tip I could leave you guys when you're ready to pick your
Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom.
Teka. Girls, listen ha.
Should we tweet this?
Ito, nakahanda na ako sa Twitter ko. Sige. Ito.
Yung pipili kayo nung papabayaan kayo sa barkada nyo.
They don't get jealous with the barkada.
Not at all.
So she totally
They
understands.
never like me, right?
Well, I'm lucky with my wife with that, in that aspect, because for the 4 years we were together, there were actually times I was out of the country.
Okay.
Well, I suspect they like her more now than they do me. I was out of the country. They put me on a webcam, and everyone was there drinking in my garage. My then fiance and my whole barkada were there drinking. And they were on the webcam when I was in Argentina working, and they were like, "Hey, buddy!"
Wow.
So if maybe you could find a partner that would do that.
If she can hang with the guys.
If she,
Hang with the boys.
not just hang with the guys, but
Respect.
really care for the guys.
Okay.
And the guys would care for, diba? Maybe you got a winner there, because that's the way I knew it was cool with
That
me,
was
because
important.
She never stopped me from being
Who you
dude.
are.
No,
Yeah.
a dude.
Oh, she didn't
Can
hold
you-
you back.
Nah.
Let's see if you hang out with me. Let's see what she says.
Oh, then maybe I lose the winner.
Tapos na.
Iba yung ihip ng hangin. No, but let me ask you, Ryan,
I fold.
before you tied the knot, how many girlfriends did you have? Because I heard you were pretty popular among the ladies
No,
when you
no,
were
not at all.
in your college days.
Serious ones.